Hello, hello.
What's up, everybody? Let me get over here on the
What is
screen where I
up,
can see
guys?
everybody. I see Al, right-handed Sith, Kelly. I see Lil became a member.
I don't
Uh,
know what happened. I was.
Ember, Soot. Uh, yeah. So I think that you got the big batch of memberships that Reggio's bought, and those ran out a couple days ago.
Mm, that might
Yeah,
be it.
yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, so we're down on members. Whoever wants to buy the next 40. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm joking. But for real, become a member. It's 99 cents. It's cheap. Anyway, thanks everybody for stopping by and watching. This is Politicality. It's a silly name, but I like it.
Nah.
Uh, the we got all kinds of stuff to look at today. Lucy's supposed to be joining us. I haven't talked to her since earlier when I told her I would be here and stuff, and the time and all that, and gave her links and things. I
Hmm.
haven't talked to her in the last few minutes though. I don't know if she's running late or having electricity problems or what, but
Hmm.
she's aware of the time. So hopefully we'll do not exactly like Aaron, but you know, she'll show up.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can do a 3 hour stream today.
No, no, and in fact, so where should we start? Um,
There's a lot.
you want to
There
start
is
with
a lot.
talking about war?
Sure.
Okay,
That's the first like that's the big thing right now.
yeah. So as expected, our attacks on Iran didn't exactly go off without a hitch.
No.
They've bombed everybody. They bombed all of our bases, successfully hit like all of them.
Hmm.
Uh, the United States right now is, some reports say that we're low on anti air defenses and
Yeah.
some other stuff, and uh, you know we went over there without a plan and killed the
Yeah.
Ayatollah and his extremist son that's already murdered thousands of people, tens
Yeah.
of thousands of people.
From
Took
what I
over.
heard, From what I heard this morning, and I can't completely confirm this, but one thing that they said was like all the people that they wanted to take over, they killed. So what the fuck, guys? Like what? Like there's this whole thing that they have said that the only reason they attacked Iran was because Israel was going to, and it's one of those things. It's like, dude, you could have easily said, like, no, we're not going to attack Iran. If you do, we're not going to have your back.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. Like every reason they've given has fallen flat on its face. It's obviously horseshit, and
Yeah.
it keeps like even though this is not proven at all, but it keeps going back to the fact of what the hell are they doing? And it still makes me think that one, he's trying to distract from the Epstein files, and it would not surprise me if Israel has Epstein files that Trump does not, and is like, we're going to release this shit if you don't do this. So it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
I heard some of that too. That like, and it makes sense. I mean, the um, that's kind of been a thing before. That's like the point of the whole honeypot
Yeah.
operation.
Yeah. I mean, and yes, the Christian nationalists, like Titan said, the Christian nationalists are pushing for this. But the thing about the Christian nationalists pushing for it is that's not Trump. He doesn't listen to the Christian. Like he's not a Christian nationalist. He doesn't have that motivation. He's not going to attack Iran without some sort of motivation. So there's something because he has to know how unpopular this is. And every time he's done something that is this unpopular, he's found a way to back out of it. And he is not backing down on this. So it makes me wonder what else is going on.
Yeah, and so just because you kind of hit on it there, I'll go ahead and bring this up. But this is an article in The Guardian that says U.S. troops were told war on Iran was all part of God's divine plan. Watchdog alleges. I
Mm-hmm.
will put the links for this in the description after the show. If you want a link for it now, I can give you one. But I'm going to read a little bit of what it says here. It says religious freedom group says 200 troops sent complaints of superiors using extremist Christian rhetoric to justify war. U.S. military commanders have been invoking extremist Christian rhetoric about biblical end times to justify involvement in the Iran war. Two troops, according to a complaint made to a watchdog group. The Military Religious Freedom Foundation, MRFF, says it has received more than 200 complaints from service members across all branches of the armed forces, including Marines, Air Force, and Space Force. One more little bit here. One complaint identified as non-commissioned officer in a unit that could be deployed at any moment to join operations against Iran told MRFF in a complaint viewed by The Guardian that their commander had urged us to tell troops that this war was all part of God's divine plan, and he specifically referenced numerous citations out of the book of Revelations referring to Armageddon and the imminent return of Jesus Christ. Yeah, so
Yeah.
uh
Yeah, this shit is like fucking bonkers. It's just like what the hell. This is also, if you remember, this is some of the same shit that came up with the Iraq War. They were
yeah.
doing this kind of shit too.
Yeah. Are we complaining about Trump's attack on Iran? Right now we're talking about the Christian nationalist response to
Mm-hmm.
Trump's attack on Iran. But just to be clear, yeah, I disapprove of his attack on Iran. The and I'm sure you're going to have questions about that, Joe. And if you
Keep,
want to go ahead,
I was gonna say, keep in mind the first people they freaking bombed were girls schools. They
yeah,
killed children and girls, like outright. Like that was the first thing they did. So, fuck
yeah,
him.
yeah. I think that I didn't see what him had to say about it, Aunt Jer.
Neither did I.
I seen that video pop up, but I was getting stuff ready and couldn't watch it in time.
Mm-hmm.
But I will check that out. Thanks for mentioning it. I mean, I think that this is what they do, though, right? And
Uh-huh.
a lot of people in the country believe that this is true, and just the fact that this is leaking
Yeah.
out, a lot more Christians will pick up this mantle and claim this is the holy war and
Yeah.
Jesus is coming back and all that stuff because they're crazy. Um,
Yeah.
this is whenever we're always talking about on the atheist side of things, when we're always talking about this is harmful, this is dangerous, and
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff, this is where it becomes that. It is whenever it's no longer just a belief thing, but you're willing to murder other people in order to
Mm-hmm.
bring back Jesus because Jesus wants bodies. The like it's that this is where it's like gets kind of gross and stuff. And I understand not every Christian believes this and
Yeah.
whatever, but Trump's base, they bitching about you know, he's the peace president, no wars, and he deserves a peace prize and all that shit. And now all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, bomb Iran until Jesus comes back, which I can tell you, no amount of bombs is going to achieve that.
Yeah. This is why I kind of disagree with him on this, is because we know for a fact that the Secretary of Defense is a Christian nationalist. They have been bringing in Christian nationalists for Bible studies and shit for months. They have been espousing this shit. It lines up.
Well, I mean, personally, I don't know that the exact words that are used for that NCO are correct,
Mm-hmm.
but there's not over 200 different reports from all branches across the military of this and it not actually happening.
Yeah.
Uh, I think it's
I heard it was from 40 different commands at 40 different places.
yeah,
That and if that's the case, then yes, this is absolutely widespread.
yeah. Uh, I mean, somebody's. I can understand like if you had like at one base you had some reports or something like
Yeah.
that, but to have them all at the same time coming out from all
Hmm.
branches of the military uh, seems a little uh, seems a, you know, like a little more likely that it took place.
Yeah.
Uh, what's up, Lucy?
Yay, Lucy, what's up?
I'll get
Ah,
you fixed up on the screen here.
I'm trying to get my screen set up. Okay, there we go.
So Lucy Haze is our guest today
Mm-hmm.
and is linked down in. These are going to be a little wonky, but that's okay. Uh, she is linked down in the title of the video and in the description. Does political commentary over on the Lucy Haze
Mm.
Network. Has some other channels too, which I linked those down below. How you doing today, Lucy? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm, I got
You
nothing.
you you might have to click the gear on there and change your audio. It does what it wants with your audio sometimes.
Hello?
Hello,
There
I
we
hear
go.
you.
All right. Okay, fine. All right, nice.
Well,
Um, yeah.
welcome to Politicality, Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
I went over on the Lucy Hayes Network, and you and I had a long talk the other night, and a
Yeah.
rather good conversation, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. We
Do
touched
you?
upon many things.
Yeah. Uh, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about yourself so that where you're at and all that stuff, so people understand?
Yeah, I'm Lucy Haze. I'm the biggest Polish Jewish trans streamer, even though I'm really a micro streamer. I do, I primarily do politics, news coverage, and history, and I do journalism in Ukraine. And also, I have a separate channel where I do gaming and art
Mm,
and languages.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I seen you were doing some gaming stuff. My background's in computer science, so and I did some multimedia design stuff as part of my degree thing. But the
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think that's interesting. You're doing some gaming stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
so anyhow, well, I'll let you just jump in right here, Lucy. We were talking about um, the
Yeah.
Christian response to America's attack on Iran.
There is a Christian response to that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
they
God.
they're
What is it?
claiming that we're attacking Iran to bring back Jesus, and that it's a part of God's divine plan.
Mm-hmm.
So were we joking now? It was, or
No, they're
is this like
serious.
a,
No, it's serious.
well, but isn't Iran an Islamic country?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Islam already incorporated Jesus a long time ago.
right, right. Well, right.
So,
Islam believes Jesus is coming back too. There's
well, Islam believes that Jesus was a
a
prophet
prof
and not
a prophet.
the Son of God, but it already has Jesus in its doctrine, in its canon. So why does it need even more Jesus through
Well,
war?
so the Iranians are Iranians. They the Muslim movement over there, their belief is that Jesus is a prophet and that he will return too at the end times, but that then they will be led into battle uh, by another what's Mazat will lead
Mozart?
them. No, close, but will lead them into battle, and that Islam will take over the world. That's their uh, Jesus coming back story.
Wow. I've heard many responses to the attack on Iran, but the Christian one, that's new. That's new to me. That it's all in the name of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is is the fact that the oil prices are spiking and Russia profits and can fuel its war on Ukraine also a plan of Jesus?
Well, I mean, according to the Christians, it may be. You don't know with them.
Yeah.
If they decide to call it a prophecy, it is. But we're going to talk a little bit about Ukraine too. I've got a clip or a article here to talk about that as well. But so what's your perspective on America's attack on Iran as a European citizen?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
fair enough.
I I'm not a big fan
I mean,
of, yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, even if, like, the crap that they're saying, like, about Iran with, like, nuclear weapons and stuff, like, what business is it of ours? Seriously? It's not. We are not the world's police. Oh,
Right.
yeah, regime change. No, that's not
Yeah.
our thing.
Yeah. They got pulled into the Netanyahu. They're going to have nukes next week argument, and
Yeah, but I just don't accept the argument that the United States is helping the people of Iran in any way, shape, or form.
oh, right. No, Trump wants to pass it off as that he's not only going to destroy Iran in a couple of weeks, but that all the people of Iran are backing him, and that's just not the case on the streets of Iran. You just martyred one of their religious leaders.
Yeah,
And plus, there are
several of them
already
actually.
people waiting in the wings to replace him. And now there's talk of a looming underground invasion as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, they were trying not to put American troops on the ground. Um, they made up this lie that the Kurds were
Yeah,
invading, and
I
it
was
was
about
like,
to bring that up. Yeah,
yeah, it was a complete lie.
and the Kurds are like, "What the hell? No."
Yeah.
For one analysis I saw on that said that they might have done that in an effort to try and push the Kurds into attacking.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's like if I was a Kurds, there is no way I would do fucking anything for this regime because they have been screwed over multiple times.
mm.
Oh, right. And
So,
it puts the attention on the Kurds. It puts them in danger. The lie does. Just so that the United States could do whatever they're doing, which I imagine is putting troops on
mhm.
the ground. They're going to have to.
Yeah.
Uh, now that they've stepped in this pile of shit, they're going to have to clean it up. But
Yeah.
And this, as I understand it, the structure of leadership is layered enough in Iran that there are already people waiting in the wings to take the reins, so to speak. Even if
Hmm.
Trump said, "Oh, but the successors might have been killed as well," I think he made
Yeah,
such a statement. But
yeah,
might have, maybe. It's all very flimsy.
yeah. My whole thing on this entire thing is if the Trump administration says it or Iran says it, I don't believe either side until I get a third party independent confirmation
Right.
of that.
No, no doubt.
Like, yeah, like you have to because they're both known for lying through their teeth. So,
Yeah. All right. So, yeah,
Oh
no,
yeah,
I
and of course
agree.
the Gulf states have been attacked now
yeah,
in order to destabilize the whole situation and pause, and hopefully the logic is dissuade the United States from continuing the war.
yeah. And by the way, like people are saying that this is starting off World War III. Nobody is going to come to the aid of Iran. Nobody wants to.
No.
If they did, they would have said something about it at this point about that being an option. Nobody has said anything, but the upside or the up or downside, depending on how you look, is nobody's coming to our defense either. Like we started this shit, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody's going to help us, but
NATO
nobody's
is
going
not
to help them
joining
either.
in on the
Yeah,
war.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I've got up on screen here this
Well,
article.
so far the one of the bigger winners in all of this is Russia, but I already mentioned why.
Yeah. 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 This is, there's, and that's the thing with this. Like, they don't want to call it a war or a world war or whatever, but
Hmm.
you
Yeah, the
have all
United
these other
States
interests.
already, in a
Yeah.
very Russian fashion, called it a special military operation.
I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, we've been doing that since the end of World War II. That was the last official war we were in. So they've used like all the tricks to get around. And like even the Vietnam War is not officially a war because Congress never actually voted on it like that. Congress
Yeah.
can declare war, not the president.
So, yeah. So the problem is, though, is that so during Vietnam they used the Gulf of Tonkin, and they said that they were firing on a ship out there, and which never happened.
Hmm.
And they used that to go in and start attacking South Vietnamese. The and Vietnam absolutely was a war, and they call it a war now. It's the Vietnam War Memorial
Yeah.
and all that stuff. They
And it didn't even
identify it
start
as a
with the
war.
US. Let's not forget that the war in Vietnam started with France.
Yeah,
Because
right,
France
right.
wanted its colony very badly back, so.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The French were enslaving the people of Vietnam. They started to fight back. Ho Chi Minh went around and tried to get the help of people, and ended up uh, ended up getting the
Actually, Ho
help
Chi Minh
of.
wanted to get the help of the United States at first.
Yes,
That's
Hmm.
a pretty
yes.
important detail, too.
And when the United States turned their back on him, he went to
China.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So the this thing in Iran, or Iran is, I think, is the right way to say it. But the this thing is, so the United States went in with Netanyahu and had a plan and agreed and made a strike, and they plan to continue bombing this until they get regime change.
hmm,
I don't know how you don't identify that as a war, but um, they've let the old demented person in the White House
yeah,
start a war with the rest of the world.
yeah. I mean,
But
like I said, I don't think it's going to turn to World War III because nobody's going to the defense of Iran. Like nobody is.
yeah,
They've been an international pariah for years for a reason. Um, nobody's going to their defense, but
It's important to remember that the current uh, governmental structure of Iran was also installed by the United States. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we installed the Shah back
Well,
in the 1950s.
yeah, and then there was the revolution to kick him out, and that's where this
Yeah,
came through.
yeah,
So this is directly our fault.
yeah. This is our fault going back for decades. Like this
which,
is
by the way, Iran has a very interesting history of Poland regarding World War II.
Hmm.
Iran received, I think, hundreds of thousands of Polish refugees during World War II, and even created an educational system for Polish children in Polish, which is
I
something
didn't
that
know that.
Poland did not do for Ukrainian children tonight.
Hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Uh, the
So there's a, but that was before all the meddling that happened, because
right.
Yeah.
because there's a whole history of exploitation of Iran's oil by Western powers, which led
Hmm.
to this whole mess.
Well, like Iran had agreed when it was talking to the Trump administration, they agreed to stop nuclear production,
Yeah.
and the United States
Well,
attacked them anyway because they
that's
didn't
yeah,
believe
that's
them.
why it's called a war of choice. But the biggest problem this whole time is the conflict of interest, which I would actually side with Iran on. That the United States did not say you should stop your nuclear program or not do a nuclear program. No, the United States says you have no right to enrich uranium, period. You have to
Yeah.
import all of your enriched uranium, which,
I mean, yeah, and I mean the thing is that one thing a lot of people who don't understand like the science behind it and stuff, enriching it for like energy purposes and enriching it for weapons purposes are like two vastly different levels. Like you can't take it's real like you can't just take fuel from a nuclear reactor and turn
yeah,
it into weapons grade uranium. It doesn't work that way. Like it takes a
yeah,
lot of time. It takes a lot of like precision engineering and a whole bunch of stuff that is just really freaking hard to do. Like you can't do that stuff easily.
yeah.
Right. Um, I mean,
And of course,
Iran.
there's the fact that in his first term, he broke that deal with Iran to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, so just to be clear, what we're saying here, because I think that Iran has had the capability to at least create nuclear warheads for some time. Now, have they had the
Mm-hmm.
ability to build a nuclear ballistic missile with flight control and all that? I don't think they have the capabilities in that area.
I don't even think they have
Uh,
the capabilities to make a warhead right now.
well, I mean, they've
I
had the
haven't.
capability to enrich the uranium far enough to do
Yeah,
that.
but it wasn't. It still wasn't up to that level,
It
and
wasn't
they were
enriched
still.
yet. They were
Yeah, yeah.
close.
It wasn't reached to the level that they need. It was higher than they were supposed to have, but it wasn't reached to that level, and it still takes a lot of time and a lot of precision to get to that level. Um, the thing is like the theory behind a nuclear warhead is not like it's pretty much an open secret. It's technically secret, but like I know how to build one. The thing is that the technical expertise you need in order to do it is, and like the machinery and all that stuff is really hard to come by. And so that's kind of how um like all that's kind of how like the countries around the world keep other countries in check is by limiting the ability to be able to do it. Like just because you know how
Right.
to do it doesn't mean you
So
can.
so so have you heard of Stuxnet virus that started in
Mm-hmm.
Iran? So um, back then, the centrifuges they had were capable of producing weapons grade uranium,
Yeah.
but it was a much longer process, and they weren't, according to intelligence anyway, they weren't really even trying to do that. The United States, of course, created this virus that ended up infecting every computer around the world, pretty much. And but yeah, um, I don't know that you can say either way that Iran had aspirations for a nuclear weapon. I'm sure they did, and that's a bad thing if they were to get it. But it wasn't this immediate threat, and they were agreeing
Yeah.
to stop the nuclear
I
enrichment.
mean, honestly, looking at this and watching this, because this has been something that's kind of been in the background of geopolitics since I've been watching politics for the last 25 years.
Sure.
Um, what's come up multiple times is that even though Iran might have some of the uranium they need, they absolutely don't have all of it, and they absolutely don't have it
Sure.
enriched to where they need it to. But it's more of like what Israel's tactic is that it's an open secret they have nukes, but
Yeah.
officially they won't comment on it. They will not say where they do or not, and that way it's what they do have. We are completely in the dark about what they actually have, what their actual capabilities are. Everybody knows that they do, but we just don't know what their capabilities are. As like the US, like our capabilities are fair, or you can guess what our capabilities are pretty well. Um, and it's also kind of a known thing in geopolitics that one of the reasons that Kim Jong Un has them is basically just as a deterrent. He's happy running his own little hermit kingdom. Let him do that. And one thing that was reportedly told to him by like his dad was do not give up the nuclear weapons, because if you do, they're basically going to do to you what they did to Gaddafi when he gave up all his stuff. So it's more of a deterrent for North Korea than anything else. And the undertone that I've seen over the last 25 years is that's kind of the deal with Iran is they kind of have it more as a deterrent than anywhere else. Because keep in mind, not only does Israel hate them, not only does like a lot of the Western world have issues with them, there's also most people, like most countries in the Middle East have issues with Iran too.
I
They're
mean,
kind of surrounded.
let's be honest, that is why nuclear weapons exist, right? For
Right.
Yeah, they're a
deterrence.
deterrent.
Like
They're
nobody builds them to use them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the only people that ever used them, and there
Yeah.
is a lot of discussion, especially among historians, um, on whether we actually needed
Yeah.
to use them, or if
And
Truman just wanted to show off to Stalin that we had them.
yeah, and
Which,
ever since then we have had a whole um, a whole theory of nuclear deterrence grow from it. The nuclear escalation ladder, which has several steps on it,
mhm,
and the nuclear taboo. Those are there's
yeah,
no stronger deterrent than the nuclear threat. Which is why Europe has been so lackluster. The entirety of the West has been so lackluster in its help for Ukraine.
I
It's
mean,
because of that escalation ladder, which has been
and yeah,
given completely to
and
Russia. But
and the thing is like you would need. Like the thing is in order to launch a nuclear weapon, you're going to have a completely irrational actor. As insane as Putin is, I don't think he's that crazy because he knows exactly what's going to happen if he does.
I don't know, he
But
just
here's the
plays the
thing.
escalation ladder better
Yeah,
than the West.
yeah. But I do think Trump is that crazy, which is what scares the hell out of me. Is because I think he is unhinged enough to be like, fuck it, let's just nuke them. And then we're
Yeah.
screwed. Like, he's the only one with nuclear weapons who is seriously that unhinged to just use them.
Yeah. All right. So, one of the things, we've brought up Ukraine a couple times here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
During this, the retaliation from Iran, they've used a lot of these Shahed drones to
Yeah.
attack military bases and
Mm-hmm.
other connections to America. Um, this article that I've posted here says Zelensky shares tip to stop Iran's Shahed drones from becoming martyrs.
Yeah.
So, and somebody had mentioned earlier about giving it away for free or whatever. Let me read you a little bit of what this says here. Um,
And keep in
Vladimir
mind,
Zelensky
to
offered to send
interject
his
a
best
little bit,
experts. What? Excuse me.
keep in mind
Yeah,
that Ukraine is dealing with the modified, improved Shahid models by Russia.
yeah. Zelensky offered to send his best experts in shooting down Iranian drones to the Middle East if leaders there convinced Vladimir Putin to agree to a month-long truce in Russia's war on Ukraine. Uh, so there was a caveat to that.
Mhm.
The let's see here. There's a quote here. Um, I would suggest the following. Leaders of the Middle East have great relations with Russians, Zelensky told Bloomberg News by phone from Kiev. They can ask Russians to implement a month long ceasefire. We will send our best operators of drone interceptors to the Middle Eastern countries, he said. The ceasefire could also be called for 2 months or 2 weeks, so we can help the Middle East countries protect civilians.
So we already know that's not happening.
Yeah, that's never going to. Russia will bomb them immediately if any kind of truce is called. That's what they've done every time.
Well, ceasefire is not really a truce, but
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't see that ever happening. But yeah, now the United States is going to Ukraine asking for their help with these drones because we're using so much of our air defenses to
Hmm.
take down what we can, and we're going to run out.
Yeah.
and Ukraine has been just gaining experience in downing a drone. I mean, I've been in Kiev many times when there was a drone attack, and near where I live, there are anti-air teams shooting down drones. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Ukraine has gotten really good at dealing with these drones because they
Yeah.
sometimes deal with hundreds of them a day.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and
it's
sometimes
This
it's
that
with shotguns and with just old machine
yeah.
guns from before World War II.
I mean, this should tell you how well the Ukraine war is going for Russia. Russia is not backing Iran for one. Two, Ukraine is not only shooting down drones; they're sending specialists to show other people how to do it in the middle of their own thing that they've got going on.
no,
Well, they haven't sent them yet. They said that they can do it if Russia
Hmm.
agrees to a ceasefire.
no. I don't. You know,
Hmm.
I don't know how that's gonna go.
I think
Not well.
nothing will come out of it
No.
because Russia will never agree to a ceasefire.
Oh no, they won't. They won't. It's. I mean, it's that's gonna end up being complicated for sure. Because yeah, like Russia's never gonna agree to like an actual end to this, and they've pretty much said as much.
Yeah.
And there is the only way that they would is if we actually get somebody decent in office and is like Ukraine, whatever you need, let us know. You've got it. Because Russia's lost so many people, they are literally depending on other countries for munitions at this point because they can't do their own.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. It will be.
Well, they've been depending on their countries, but they've also been scaling up their own production of munitions.
Yeah. And our allies in the Middle East, or those that we used to be able to call allies, which we've screwed over everybody now. Um,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
they don't want. They're not going to touch this. Everybody has made it very publicly clear that they're not getting involved. They're not sending help. They're
Uh-huh.
not. They're not taking part in this. Which now though. Iran has launched ballistic missiles,
Missiles.
ballistic missiles over Turkey's airspace,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is a NATO country and could trigger an Article 5 movement.
They could. Last I saw, they said that they were not doing that.
Yeah,
Um, which I think they understand. Like it's that's going to break NATO apart for sure because we're going to get kicked the fuck out of it because it's us that started it. And I've seen I just to dispel this, and it's nobody I've seen here, but I've seen some people worried about the U.S. claiming like NATO Article 5 to get other countries involved. We can't do that because we attack them. NATO is
right.
a defensive pack only. Only if you're attacked. And by the way, we are the only people who have ever invoked it. Ever.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. The United States is the aggressor here. NATO is not going
Also, it's
anywhere.
important to note that even when the Article 5 is invoked, countries can refuse
mm,
to participate
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I, I don't know. I mean, if if Iran was targeting things in Turkey and firing, missiles at them like they are other places, uh, I think the story would be a little different. But one
Yeah.
went in their airspace. They're not even sure what that missile was like targeting or anything, and Iran has
Yeah.
a history of not being very good with their targeting systems.
Yeah.
Um, and also they kind of just fire them off indiscriminately. But so I can see like
Also, strategically, because they're trying to destabilize uh, the situation economically. When they, I think, attacked
Mm,
the oil
stra-
refinery, right?
yeah,
yeah.
they're trying to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. Um,
Last I heard, it's about 90% blocked.
yeah,
So,
Yeah, that's why the prices are
yeah.
soaring, which is why Russia is so happy, even though openly protests, but it's also very happy about because Russia has been
Yeah.
in trouble. Russia's income from oil has been this year all-time low. The
Yeah.
prices of oil plummeted, which was a very bad situation for the Kremlin and its war effort in Ukraine. But now they've suddenly received a big boost when it comes to being able
yeah,
to fuel its war, which
Hmm.
I've seen the headline that perfectly encapsulated what's happening. The what's it called? What is the name of that group that was formed? Peace, the peace,
the
The
Board of
Board of
Peace.
the
Peace.
Board of Peace. Yeah, the Board of Peace launches its first war.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's perfect.
And I
The
mean the countries that like Israel is on the Board of Peace, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
all of the
Or the horrible countries aren't
yeah,
on the board.
all
Yeah.
the awful authoritarian leaders. The
Yeah. All the autocrats.
yeah.
Yeah, the Board of
So
Peace.
I mean,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, people will sit there and say that Trump's not an autocrat. No, he absolutely is. Like, he is trying to do freaking everything on his own via executive orders, not realizing apparently that they are not law. And yeah, like he's an autocrat, like done and
Yeah,
done. He might have
yeah.
the title of president, but that's
That
it.
they should be 25th Amendment his ass over this. That like he said on
Hmm.
camera saying, "Oh well, I think the worst case scenario is that they replace the
Yeah, I
people we
find it
killed with somebody
this
worse,"
is
and that's what they did.
I just
Hmm.
saw a very good point about this that I find it really interesting that the West has time and time again not been giving Ukraine enough to defend itself against the daily attacks with drones, missiles, anti-air
Hmm.
has been really delayed. The deliveries to United States has been really not allowing Ukraine to use long-range missiles that would allow the attacking the places from which Russia launched its attacks. And now suddenly the United States is turning around after all that and saying, yeah, please help us with anti-air.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think that it's now that the United States needs help, it's they run right over there, but have done Ukraine awful along
Yeah.
the way, and
And still doing it awful, just so it's
yeah,
clear.
oh yeah, definitely, and don't plan to give Ukraine anything in return for
No.
their help. They just wanted their help.
Yeah.
The Trump has done Putin's bidding every step of the way when it comes to Ukraine, and
Yeah.
I don't see that changing now, even if he does need their help. Russia's probably involved in some of this decision making. Truth be known, but you know, you got to get
Yeah.
kind of more conspiratorial to go further than that with it, I think. And but what Donald Trump and the United States has done to Ukraine is awful, and this whole
Yeah.
situation demonstrates why you don't turn your back on your allies,
I
because
mean, I lay the blame on not just the United States, to be honest. I have harsh words for the entirety of the so-called collective West when it comes to the handling of the aid to Ukraine.
Yeah.
sure, sure,
It's
and I agree with that. Uh, the and this thing with Russia, like, but now it shows like we've done Ukraine horribly, and now we need their help, and Zelensky, I think, is saying the right thing. Like, he knows that Trump's buddies with Putin and talks right to him.
Yep.
He's probably not going to get what he's asking for, but the fact that he asked for that specifically, I think, says a little bit of something.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah. It's bonkers.
I've got So I've got some stateside stuff here, Lucy. That's our our
Mm-hmm.
wonderful Secretary of Homeland Security,
Mm-hmm.
Christy Nome, had to go in front of Congress and
Mm-hmm.
answer for some of her failures, or at least
Mm-hmm.
try to. And I've got some clips of that we're going to watch. And talk about along the way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start playing some of this, and I've got markers set down to pause it every so often. But if you need me to pause before I get to something, or you need to say something or whatever, just tell
Mm-hmm.
me to pause and I will. It's no big deal.
All right.
All right, so we're going to take a look at this, and
knows that this guy is shady. Corey has a decades-long record of physical batteries, sexual harassment, illegal lobbying for a Venezuelan oil company, and bringing a loaded gun into a federal building. Despite being fired or removed from virtually every position he has ever held due to misconduct, he now wields unchecked, unconfirmed, undisclosed power over your department. This person has no experience running anything close to Department of Homeland Security or even advising someone in your position. He is unqualified, which again has left my constituents and I wondering why he is your top official.
Oh, that's
So
easy.
Secretary Nome.
That's easy. It's your boyfriend.
yeah, that's the question that's coming up, and yeah. Corey Lewandowski is who she's talking about, if you don't know.
Yeah.
But it gets to the point here in a second.
At any time during your tenure as Director of Department of Homeland Security, have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski?
Oh boy.
Mr. Chairman, I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
It's not tabloid garbage. It's not tabloid garbage. Like, fucking everybody has confirmed that.
If the answer's no, she would have said no.
Yeah.
Absolutely not true. Something of that nature, you know?
Love is in the air. No, love is on the like basement ground floor.
Yeah.
It's in the sub basement.
Yeah. They get more into why this is so such a big deal here. But they ask her about other stuff too.
I mean, it's an obvious conflict of interest for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. So what they've done is they've made Corey Lewandowski is a special White House employee. So they've given him this title that doesn't really mean anything, you know, and then he's a political appointee, so they appointed him to Homeland Security with Kristi Noem, which, you know, big surprise there because this has been going on for a while, and but it turns out that she may have
So that's his surname.
Yeah.
she may have broken some serious financial laws along the way here because of her relationship with him and others. But yeah. Let's see.
Corey, that's his name, yeah?
Who?
Corey.
Yeah, Corey
Yeah.
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
Yeah.
It's a Polish surname, which happens to be my mother's maiden surname.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I didn't expect that.
Yeah. And a famous
Something
Polish
that I would
soccer player.
Oh. Well,
Lewandowski. That's how you
now
read
you get
it.
to add this gem to that lineage.
Oh God.
tell you
Yeah.
is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House. There are thousands of them in the federal government.
So reclaiming
and
my
is an
time,
advisor
Secretary, it is
and has
okay for
no,
you to be
no
offended
authority
by
to
the
be
question.
making any
It is
decisions.
okay for you to
has
be
no
offended
authority
by the
to
question.
be making
But it is
decisions
also
and
a
putting
real
up your
question.
position. So what I would say
And
to
you should be able to
is
answer
that
the
what we do at the
question
Department of Homeland Security
clearly
every single
and without
day,
any hesitation.
I just love how she talks over her.
Yeah, she's trying to filibuster this by going on about our job at the Department of Homeland Security, rather than, and she has not answered the question. And
This is the same shit Bondi pulled. This is what they always pull with this shit.
that she does the exact same thing. When she starts attacking the Democrats whenever they ask her anything rather than answering the question. They give her multiple opportunities to answer this question, and she, of course, never does. And she perjures herself, which they all do that every time they go in.
Every single day is to protect
If
this
someone
country
is
and to
asking
make
if
decisions.
you or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate, that should be the easiest. You should be wanting to answer that question.
Is garbage.
Because it is not about
It is
your sex
offensive
life.
that you have brought
It is
that up.
about your judgment.
That kind of garbage
It is about
has been refuted
reclaiming
for
my
years,
time so
and
that
you
I
need
can
to
hear myself.
recognize-
belongs. You've called Corey.
Affair confirmed.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if the answer is no, all you have to say is no.
Yeah. Jared Moskowitz catches that here and sticks her to it.
You could even get away with saying that is a bullshit question. I'm offended by the question, and the answer is no.
Yeah.
Like, you could get away with, like, fluffing it up a bit, but, like, just the outright denial.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to lie about it, you might as well do it right. But Moskowitz sticks it to her here. This is funny.
Corey Lewandowski, a special government employee. I understand what government means. I understand what employee means. Okay, but I don't know what makes him special. Now, I want to give you an opportunity to answer on the record to Ms. Kamlager-Dove's question. I know you said it's garbage, and it may be, but I really think you need to say the word no into the record so that you can clear that up.
I think the ridiculousness of this and the tabloids that you are quoting and referencing are insane. And this has been
So that's a no?
something that I've refuted
Is
for
that a no?
years, and I continue to do that.
So it's a
What
no.
I would tell you is
We
when
can
in
move on.
regards
Hold
to
on.
what you're
Madam Secretary,
doing,
we can move on. I'm not going to belabor it. If it's
this is what you do.
hold on.
The
I'm not doing anything.
liberal left.
Socialist.
You go off and you
I-
attack.
Socialist.
He
We're
is
all
not
socialists.
a socialist. Holy
Nah,
shit.
everybody's a socialist. Everybody's a communist. Didn't you know?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All you commies trying to, I don't know, put me in boxes like affairs and whatnot.
So, important side note to this: her husband is sitting there watching this, and
He's
it
also a
also
commie.
hears that she can't say no.
That's why she
Oh
cheated on
no,
him, because
like
he's
he
a commie.
knows. He knows. He's probably the one sitting in the corner watching. Come on.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
How is it this widely publicized and he doesn't know?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see. I agree. I mean, I think he knows exactly what's going on. But everybody has their part to play, right?
Yeah.
Seth, you get the hell out of here. We're doing fine. We don't need you in here messing shit up.
Oh boy.
I'm just joking. Seth's my friend, Lucy. I'm just messing with him. But we've got the
You just go over to my chat, Seth.
we've got the love triangle. The Kristi Noem love triangle. She has. Well, we'll just let them, because everything I'm going to say, they're going to say in just a second anyway. So, what's up, Jimmy Tux? Good to see you.
Conservative women, and you say that we're either stupid
I haven't
or
said
we're
anything.
sluts.
All right, so listen.
And that's what you
What?
do.
Yesterday,
I'll tell you
Richard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's fucking unhinged.
Yeah.
You sluts.
We're either stupid or we're sluts, because those are mutually exclusive.
Uh-oh. Breaking. As we speak, breaking. Christina has been fired as Secretary of DHS. She's being replaced by Oklahoma Senator Marquain Mullen starting March 31st.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what?
Yeah. Are you going to go
Whoops.
confirm that?
I'm confirming that right now. I'm trying to.
Whoops.
Okay. Yeah, because that would be pertinent to the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that makes me so happy. It really does.
Oh boy.
Oh, Trump was pissed about this hearing. That's why.
I guess she
Yeah.
didn't do too well, huh?
Yeah. Mullen's gonna replace her.
You calling me a slut? You slut shaming me on this hearing? Hearing? I gotta be slut shamed?
I'll have to
She's
go
haunted by the ghost of her dog.
That ain't right. Wait, she's the one that shot her dog?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was loud?
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't make a good hunting dog.
The
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. It was still a puppy. It was 14 months old.
Oh
I
my
guess
god.
technically a dog, but
No, it's still a puppy. 14
Yeah,
months old is
yeah.
still a puppy.
And she said that it wouldn't make a good hunting dog, and so she killed it. And then she also killed a goat too that day, because it was a bad goat.
God damn.
How is it a bad goat? How is a goat bad? I don't understand that.
Because it was not goated enough.
Possibly, but oh god.
Well, at this hearing,
She's just vile.
I kind of figured something was coming, because at this hearing, the Republicans, and not just Tillis, were on her ass too. But I made a video about only the best people with Kristi Noem, and talked about all the lies and all the stuff that she had done and what an awful person she is. And Mark Wayne Mullen is an idiot too, but I hate to say it's a step up, but no, whether we were going to take a step up or step down, Kristi Noem needed to be removed. She was not fit.
I mean, there are a lot more people that need to be removed. Like,
oh, absolutely.
Oh, the entire administration
yeah.
needs to be removed.
Yeah.
Most of Congress needs to be removed.
Like
The Supreme Court needs to be removed.
Mr.
It all needs to go.
RFK Jr. that wants to.
Yeah.
I don't know what
I still hold that when everything is said and done with this administration and like all the policies have played out, RFK is still going to have the second highest body count in this administration.
Well, they
just
could start
because
with
of
just
all the
removing
research
the
and
people
shit
that are
that
in
he
the
stopped.
Epstein files would be great.
Yeah,
right?
read the research. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
and like, yeah, this cabinet's all over the Epstein files. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Everybody's in those files. It would be easier to name all the people that are not in those files at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there seems to be an effort of Trump to keep those people close to him and protect them and doing favors for Ghislaine Maxwell and all that crap. So
yeah.
If we could start with just getting the pedophiles out of the federal government.
I wonder why.
And I don't care if they're Democrats or Republicans. Let's get rid of the pedophiles. That would be a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Including the one that's in the president's office.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Well. They they were ready to charge him and didn't. And I mean, I imagine it's related to the deal that Epstein got, but the non-prosecution agreement. But they had done multiple interviews with victims who claimed Trump was the one that assaulted them, and
yeah,
I mean, just the fact that has been covered up by his administration, and that they've tried to hide it, and they're continuing to try and hide it illegally. It should be, he should be removed from office just for that. But doesn't even matter to the truth of it. The fact that they tried to cover it up says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my opinion. But what's that worth?
You're fired.
Well, we can watch Kristi Noem get yelled at happier now that she got fired, I guess. Or is getting fired.
Insane.
All right, let's see her avoid the question some more here.
Sir, yes, reclaiming my time, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, reclaiming my time. You were asked by Richard Blumenthal yesterday. You were asked by Richard Blumenthal yesterday if Corey was involved in approving contracts. You said no. Do you want to correct that?
What I would say is that he has an advisor to the Department of Homeland Security, has no decision-making authority. Madam Secretary,
do you want to correct it, yes or no? You don't want to correct it? Fine.
No decision-making authority,
hold on.
no role in
Not a problem. According to one of the FEMA administrators that you fired, there is nothing, including contracts, that is brought to you that he hasn't reviewed. In fact, a significant amount of DHS internal routing documents has his signature on it above deputy secretaries. Okay? That former FEMA administrator wasn't fired by you, the secretary. He was fired by Corey. It was Corey that called him into your office. It was Corey that made him to submit to a polygraph test. The $100,000 spending rule that you created that comes to your desk, you're not even sitting at your desk. It's Corey who's sitting there. ISIS said the Republicans should be happy at the job that you're doing.
So I think they kind of skip over what this means. It's not just that she's letting him run stuff. It's that the White House is literally running the Department of Homeland Security.
Stephen Miller is running it. Yeah, Stephen Miller is running it.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, is I think what it looks like when you see this hearing versus the Bondi hearing, I think they learned their lesson of they are not going to shut up, just talk over them.
Yeah. Yeah, so, let her try and filibuster, continue on doing your thing. Yeah.
doing. Really? You're looking at the person who single-handedly took the president's signature core issue, immigration, the issue that got him elected from 59% to 39%. 200 miles of border walls being held up by you. They had to bring in Tom Homan, pull out of Minnesota. I think the country needs a national divorce from you on biblical grounds. I mean, if Donald Trump was still apprentice Trump, he would look at you and he would realize you're the weakest cabinet member and he would fire you. And if the president said to you that only way DHS could reopen is if you resigned, I hope you would take him up on it. Now, I want to end on a happy note, Mr. Chairman, real quickly. The president gave all sorts of stuff out during the State of the Union. I don't want you to leave. I got you a new Coast Guard blankie, the one you lost. Okay, so this is for you. You don't leave empty-handed when you come to judiciary. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman has expired. The gentleman from Missouri is recognized.
I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
There's many things that I disagree with Moskowitz on, but watching him in these hearings is always fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he called it though. If this was apprentice Trump, you should be fired. You're the weakest link. And I guess Trump took his advice.
The thing that I am pretty jazzed about her getting fired, her political career is over.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's how it is with anybody in this administration. There is no way, like, Rubio is trying to set himself up for a presidential run.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go anywhere, especially now.
I think Kristi Noem's going to prison myself, but...
Oh, they all go to prison. Holy shit. They all need to go.
Yeah.
Hours after they were gunned down by your agents, you called Renee a domestic terrorist. You said Alex committed an act of domestic terrorism. Alex's parents responded to your calling their son a domestic terrorist. They said the sickening lies told about our son by the administration are reprehensible and disgusting. Now, I want to give you a chance before the entire country to correct your false and defamatory claim. Based on what you know today, Madam Secretary, were Renee Good and Alex Preddy domestic terrorists?
Uh-oh.
Congressman, what happened in Minnesota in those two incidents was an absolute tragedy.
Oh,
were they domestic terrorists, as you said to the country?
My condolences to their families, because I know that their lives will never be the
Okay,
same
no wonder
after
she
that.
got fired.
you,
I'm
bitch.
gonna be honest. No wonder she got fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Worst answer she could have given.
Yeah.
She should have, I imagine Trump expected her to double down actually, but, I mean, yes or a no was kind of necessary there. Raskin, crafted his question perfectly.
Yeah.
But again, she's not saying no, is she?
No. She's refusing to answer. She's just refusing to answer time and time again.
Yeah. She gets more aggressive here in a second and starts attacking them for even asking her questions.
Is that an apology for what you said?
We, in those incidents, offer as much information as we can from officers and agents on the ground in a chaotic scene that gets...
I'll repeat my question, reclaiming my time. Based on what you know today, Madam Secretary, based on what you know today, were Renee Good and Alex Preddy domestic terrorists?
As you know, there's ongoing investigations that are being led by the FBI.
But you didn't wait for the investigation, did you? You didn't wait for the evidence.
Nope.
You proclaimed
Yep.
that they were domestic terrorists at the
Yep.
time. Why did you do that?
And you didn't wait to attack our law enforcement.
Why did you do
We're
that?
going into a dangerous
Why
situation.
did you call them domestic
Is
terrorists?
our ICE officers and our HSI officers that day
Also,
risked their
ICE
lives
are
to
not
protect...
police. I think it needs to be repeated time and time again. ICE is not police. ICE has no jurisdiction to just arrest people. ICE's job is
Yeah.
to check who is and who isn't undocumented and to investigate that, not stop rioters, not stop
Yeah.
protesters, not arrest citizens, nor stop
There
crime.
is a very, very narrow carve out on when they can arrest citizens, but it's like super,
It's
super narrow, and they are
yeah,
going
it's
way beyond.
related to people being undocumented or people
Yeah.
trying to stop ICE
Obstruct.
from
Yeah.
investigating someone on the grounds of being undocumented. Yeah.
So before the Trump administration, ICE operated two branches. They had the people that did the deportations and processed undocumented immigrants, and then they had HSI, Homeland Security Investigations, which was a branch of ICE which did like the child trafficking and the some stuff to do with cartels and the drug game and all that. Um, Under Trump, they kind of combined all that, and their primary goal quit being human trafficking and all that, which of course this administration is fine with. They started instead completely focusing on the deportation aspect of it, and in doing so, um, not only took people away from important things, but arrested American citizens and children,
And shot
uh,
American citizens.
Yeah.
yeah, murdered Americans in the street.
And also, there's a very big, suddenly, a big amount of people are being just drafted into ICE, and there's problems with background checkups. Background
Yeah,
checkups are not being done on time, or some people finish their training with before it's being finished.
Hmm.
During training, 5 people were caught with active arrest warrants on them.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, if
Yeah,
you meet an ICE agent on the street, you keep it at the back of your head that maybe possibly there's a small or maybe not a small chance that the background check has not been finished, and maybe they have an arrest warrant that's active against
yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, I mean, they had like half the class couldn't pass an open book exam on obeying the law and stuff. So they skipped the classes about probable cause and about rules of engagement and all that stuff. They skipped all that stuff and they just put these untrained people out on the street. And while the Trump administration has been gung ho about this the whole time, it is under Kristi Noem that all of this took place. And meanwhile, we know she's flying around on a plane with her mistress. So
Well,
yeah, her priorities may be a little backwards
Hmm.
it doesn't
for
matter
Trump's
anymore,
liking.
does it?
Yeah, yeah,
If you
uh,
mess up so bad that you get fired in the Trump administration, then you know you really messed up.
I
Considering,
mean, yeah. Like in the first Trump administration, getting fired was damn near a badge of honor because that usually meant that you basically put your foot down and say you ain't doing this shit,
hmm,
and he will fire you for that. This administration is the exact opposite.
yeah.
yeah.
It
Well,
means either you fucked up and made him look bad to the point that he's just like, no, forget this, or you told him no.
yeah.
And nobody in this administration tells them no. So,
No, nobody does.
yeah.
Well, with the White House directing them to engage in all of these human rights violations and the aggressive tactics and the things that are resulting in the crimes that we see committed around ICE. Um, the Even with that though, like Kristi Noem was just meant to be a pretty face to put in front of the camera. She
Yeah.
got this job because of her history of campaign videos and cosplay stuff that she was doing there.
To be completely honest, the only reason that she's even in the administration is because Trump thought she looked good.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Well, it turns out she doesn't sound good.
She
No.
doesn't look
Oh,
very
he
good
doesn't give a
either.
shit.
I think
He
she's
doesn't care.
scary, but
No, what I mean by how she sounds, I mean what she says,
yeah,
Yeah.
as evidenced here.
And I mean, it's like I don't think there's enough money in the world, but if you pay me enough, I could probably go in front of Congress and do a hell of a lot better job than she is.
Sure.
It ain't that hard. Like, it ain't that fucking hard to try and defend yourself and defend the administration at the same time. It's not that difficult. You just have
did you
to
have
be...
sexual relations with this guy? No.
Fuck no. No.
Oh, but we caught you doing this, that, or the other. Oh, that was before. That was before anything. That was before I cut it off because it was a conflict of interest. Next.
Yeah. Yeah. The Kristi Noem did everything she could to make this worse.
Do you admit that there were not domestic terrorists? Yeah, I made a lapse in judgment. They're not.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. She could totally just be honest here, and she would end up sticking the Democrats by being honest. Like, it still wouldn't go over well for her, but it wouldn't be such a moment for them either. You know, she did everything wrong here as far as Trump and the Trump administration would be concerned, because their thing is to never back off, to double down, defend what you did. You know, like, even if it's a stupid reason, like, you double down and you don't say sorry for anything. And, you know, they just couldn't get that out over here. So.
Yeah. Well, at least she's gone, so.
Yeah. We can still watch her get yelled at a little bit more. I've got some more of this.
Yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah. Yeah, because they ask her some tough questions here.
That scene, so evidence could be reclaimed, so it could be used in the investigation, because those violent rioters that
So you're proud of the fact that you called them domestic terrorists? Is that what you're telling America?
HSI officers put their lives on the line to protect that scene, so evidence, so we could have...
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But you told a lie about them. You said that they were domestic terrorists. Do you regret that?
I offer my condolences to those family. And
based on what you know today, were Renee Good and Alex Preddy domestic terrorists?
There's ongoing investigations, and so I
So you still don't know? You think that's an open question?
I would think you would want there to still be investigations going into these situations.
Well, you stated the conclusion 2 hours after they were killed that they were domestic terrorists. I wanted to give you an opportunity to correct the record, not just for their family, but for everybody in America who believes in the truth and fairness and honesty.
In every situation, as facts come out, we relay.
You know, your acting ICE director, Todd Lyons, came.
Yeah, I just got New York Times, Trump fires Noem as Homeland Security Secretary.
Yeah, there were a whole bunch of articles already about it.
Yeah.
Mark Wayne Mullen of Oklahoma.
See, I broke the news on this show.
Woohoo!
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he, you know, again, Jamie Raskin was completely prepared for her here, and just like, you know, told her, you know, hey, so what are you saying here? You did do these things, you didn't, you're happy about it, you're not, and tries to get her into a position where she has to say, walk it back. And she does kind of double down. She says, we released the information as we received the facts, which it was a lie that either of these people was domestic terrorists or in any way doing anything like that.
Domestic terrorist nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, but
committing terrorism of checking up on a person that was thrown to the ground.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is, though, is not only do they need to, I mean, she's been fired, she now needs to be prosecuted, is the thing. And, I mean, we may have to wait if ever, you know, there's a change at the DOJ or whatever. But whenever somebody who isn't as corrupt as Pam Bondi gets in there, she needs to be prosecuted for her crimes.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to come over there, Lil? Is that what's going on? Okay.
You are never gonna.
I can see it all over your face. You even tried to cut the cam and hide.
No, I had to take meds. That's why. I didn't think everybody wanted to see that.
I'm just playing anyway. You know it. I don't give a shit. What? Seth will be here next week, right?
Yes,
So
you will.
you guys will have to talk in chat from stage here. You can write little love letters in the private chat. I won't look. I promise.
Love letters.
Yeah. Ambushed apostate in chat is her boyfriend. So, and you're okay with me saying that, right? I know
Yeah.
you are.
Well,
I know
it
you
doesn't matter
are. I
at
mean,
this point. I was, but it doesn't matter. You just gotta throw it
it
out
doesn't
there.
matter
It's like,
now.
yeah, it's kind of out there. I've done 2 shorts about you calling me out on here. So
Well, yeah, I like those. Those are really good. I appreciate you tagging me up in them. But yeah. Seth will be here next week though to hang out with us and talk about stuff. That ought to be a pretty good show, and we'll let you guys talk a bit about what you're working on too. That way we can
yeah,
share that with everyone and hopefully get you guys
Ember
kicked off
with
doing good.
with the comment that Emmer made yesterday. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's let's just let me jump over here, and I'll have to add Lucy to this screen. 1 second, Lucy. I'll get you fixed.
Hello.
Hi, Lucy.
Hello.
Big.
So, I don't,
And
we
our
can't.
names are embraced in the Polish flags as well.
Oh yeah.
Is that a conscious decision for this episode?
No, that's actually standard, so that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But the Polish theme was just especially for me.
No. So this is the normal layout.
I have advocated for mine being blue, but because I don't do red.
It's white and red,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Yeah.
Polish flag.
Yeah. So white and red was okay. So about a year and a half ago, whenever we redid all the branding for the channel and everything,
We decided to make it Polish.
yeah, decided to make it Polish, and the red and white looked really good together, and the I've got like let's see if my avatar shows here. So that we made that. Well, Jess made that logo for the channel, right? And so then we just kind of made everything around that, so it all ended up being red and white.
White and red.
That's my logo.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that's why it's all that way. I just recently put the red borders around everything because I thought it, was fitting. But I've messed with it a little bit. I've still got some more stuff to do. This is a work in progress as far as how it looks.
True.
I've got
You
other
still have
stuff
to add the Polish flag behind you on the set.
Well, we may that may come into play at some point, actually. So, yeah,
Maybe.
but we I should have got made a little Polish flag with some texts and put down there for Lucy.
I'm gonna fly the flag of the best state in the United States.
Is it still Maryland?
Of course, forever.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a little bit biased, but there is a slightly different version. I've got a version of the Texas flag where the red is replaced by burnt orange, and instead of a star, it has a longhorn.
Oh, right on. That's
Someone
probably
in
cool.
the chat asked, "Are we winding down?" But I assume we're just getting warmed up.
Yeah, no,
Pretty good.
we're just hanging out talking.
Joe had to stop to give me shit, like he does every
Yeah.
episode.
Well, I had a bunch more of that Christy Nome hearing to go. But given that, we know that she's been fired right in the middle of it, it kind
That
of
was awesome.
yeah, it kind of changes my approach to that. I'll still I don't know. Maybe I'll take my clips and everything. Well, no, it's fine. There's nothing really there that's gonna matter. I was gonna say I could publish the clips as a standalone, like members only thing or something for anybody that wants to see it. But it's just more clips of her getting yelled at. You can go to C-SPAN and watch it.
It
But
was glorious.
I'll put the links in the description at the end of the
I
video
think,
for everything we used.
although one note on that, I think it was Tom Tillis who did it, but he's like, no, I don't even have a question for you about this. And he just like dug into her for like the whole 5 minutes. It was amazing. I'm just like, holy shit. Damn, Tillis, come on.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see Republicans just slamming her left and right too. It's like when that happens, you know they're in trouble. And
Yeah.
I've said for quite a while now that probably the first two people to go are going to be Nome and Bondi, because Bondi is barely hanging on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Bondi has been subpoenaed to appear in front of oversight. About the Epstein files is the topic of the subpoena. Um, the
Oh boy.
That's not going to go very well for her. So hopefully she gets fired
I
after that
mean,
one.
I think it didn't go that well for the prosecutor general, but
Right. Yeah. Pam Bondi. That's the
Mm-hmm.
attorney general.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
she's her last hearing was already a disaster,
it
and
was
that
not
that
good.
wasn't even supposed to be directly about the Epstein files. This is directly because of her
Oh
mishandling of the
boy.
Epstein files. Yeah, she's gonna get it bad from both sides, I imagine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you have a bunch of incompetent criminals running the federal government.
Yeah.
A cabal of pedophiles. I mean, I'm glad to see them doing things and making steps that are resulting these people being fired or removed or whatever. But
Yeah, but the damage they're causing too is just absurd.
yeah, they also need to be held accountable, though.
Yeah.
That's yeah,
And they won't until this administration is out.
yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I guess maybe we'll have to wait till after Trump's third term, right?
I don't think Trump
I don't.
makes it out of this one.
Yeah, I've seen multiple like health professionals say that he has anywhere from a year to a couple months. The kind of dementia that he has is that he most likely has. They tend to go downhill real quick. And there's one guy that is saying that he thinks that he has 2 to 4 months in the land of the living, or before they're forced to either impeach or 25th Amendment them.
It's okay. I'm sure he is exchanging many for live forever tips, immortality tips with his good friend Vladimir Putin when they have their weekly phone calls that are very good and very nice.
And they're perfect. The
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah.
phone calls.
I mean, wasn't Putin caught talking to someone about organ exchanging, life extending procedures?
Oh, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but sounds right.
So I guess he's
Uh,
just gonna share this knowledge with Donald Trump and they can just prolong their lives together.
I
mm,
think Trump's too far gone at this point.
yeah. All right. Lil, can you hold it together for 1 minute? I'll be right back.
Sure. Yeah. Geez. So yeah, there's so much going on though.
To
Like
your
there's so much going
historian,
on with
right?
the Epstein files. Like there's and I just saw today that there's like one guy in the
Yeah.
Epstein files that can be provably that he was trying to run from Epstein like mad, and Epstein kept trying to follow him around and trying to get him to like get in on this, and he was like, "Nope, I'm done." It
Who?
was just like, it was Alex Dumas from Hermes. He's the Hermes CEO, or was, I don't know if he still is.
Hmm.
But yeah, like the only time he even met Jeffrey Epstein was at a Hermes like function or something that Epstein was not on the list for. And apparently Hermes was in like some trouble and stuff. Epstein tried to donate a ton of money and Dumas gave it back and was like, "No, we're not taking this." So he's apparently the only like half decent person that's in there. Still have a problem with CEOs in general,
Richard
but
Richard Dawkins is on the
yeah,
is in the
that
file.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't
He
surprise
tried
me, and
to.
yeah, I've got serious issues with him too.
What are the
Aside
issues?
from the oh, he's like completely anti-trans. Like it's
Yeah,
absurd.
transphobic. Yeah.
Yeah, he's extremely transphobic. The shit that he's pushing as an authority on biology, like, nah, dude, you've gone to pseudoscience at this point. Fuck off. Like, I don't care what your history is. Like, you're not at the forefront of your field anymore.
Yeah. He used to be reputable, but
Yeah,
very interesting
used
from
to
those
be being a
emails
good
that
word.
he tried to debunk the allegations on against Epstein.
Good fucking luck. You're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. And that was when he was already I think convicted of forcing a child to to do sex work, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, what's his face? Lawrence Krauss is also in those files.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence Krauss is not great.
No.
No. And it's like, here's the thing: the people who show up in there really weren't any surprises. It's like every name that I've seen pop up is like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Harris is not in the files.
You
Sam
think?
Harris.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, I was about to say, what Harris are we talking about?
The Islamophobic physicist.
Yeah,
The person who was very weirdly anti-philosophy.
yeah,
Have you seen that picture that has like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and Epstein and Peter Thiel and all these people sitting at a table having dinner together? Have you seen that picture? Anyway, there's a picture of all these people together. Jeffrey Epstein's sitting at the head of the table, and you got all these tech bros sitting around the table. I don't think it's, I have trouble thinking it's a coincidence that these are the very people that are all heavily involved with
mm-hmm.
Trump and his ballroom and his inner circle and all the things that they're doing together. Um,
Yeah.
it kind of seems like there's almost like a secret society formed around, the Epstein pedophiles.
It's all, yeah. It's all straight projection. I mean, they tried to pull this shit in 2016, 2017 with the whole QAnon thing. They were just looking at the wrong group.
Did you see him ask? Did you see Hillary and Bill's deposition? I watched both of them.
No, I saw some of it. I didn't see all of it.
So Hillary got pissed at one point and walked out, but they completely tried to twist it around, and Lauren Boebert tried to make it about Pizzagate and like somehow twist it back into Pizzagate was a real
Mm-hmm.
thing, and so John Podesta and her were involved, and now I will say this with Bill Clinton's testimony, I have some questions because I don't know that everything's on the up and up there. I don't really. There's conflicting accounts, right? So some people had claimed that on these plane trips that Bill Clinton took with Epstein that there were young girls all over the place giving massages and being trafficked among old white men. And Bill Clinton says none of those things happened, but there's multiple people that said that it was that way. So I don't know. I don't really care much for Bill Clinton's testimony, and I think that there's probably
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, we all knew he was a creep, so it's like it's
Yeah.
no surprise that he showed up. And like I've literally had people here that know being like, "Well, Bill Clinton's in the files." Yeah, and if
So
he did wrong, he goes to prison too. Like, okay,
your next you should say well, Bill Clinton's in there and he did everything you think he did. What should we do to him?
What I find interesting is that there's so much fetishization and objectification of trans people in those files, and all those people that are in those files are such aggressive transphobes.
Yeah. No, that's true too. There's layers to this thing. There's a bigger picture too that hasn't been fully realized yet.
yeah,
Especially find J.K. Rowling being such a transphobe and protector of children to be hilarious, considering her inviting Epstein to a children-related party.
it's not about the kids. It's never about the kids, ever.
No. Unless it's hey, something crazy happened to me, and this is kind of political. So we went out and we ate lunch at a Captain D's the other day. Laura and I, my girlfriend, and I didn't know it, but sitting behind me was one of the school board members for the local school board, and he's sitting back there talking to this guy the whole time, saying, well, what we need to do is, since we can't put religion in schools, we need to start a program that starts pre-K, so we can get them early and teach them everything about Jesus early, and then when they're coming into kindergarten, they already know those things. And this is he also references and says, like, people come to the school board to yell at me and I don't care, and all these other. I told him whenever he said the thing about getting kids when they were young, I said gross real loud, and that kind of quieted the
somebody in the
conversation.
YouTube chat said, theoretically in the YouTube chat said, correct Epstein pronunciation, Lucy. Yeah, I pronounce it in the Polish Jewish way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you say Einstein, right? You don't say Einstein.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We've got different pronunciations for those.
Yeah, very inconsistent.
Yeah, well, leave it to English. I mean,
yeah.
The English is like we have all kinds of stuff that makes zero sense.
I usually go by the way that the person themselves pronounces it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna respect a pedophile's way of pronouncing their own name.
Well, you can just call them pedophile.
The thing is that it's really easy to differentiate between him and somebody else, especially if you pronounce them two different ways.
Yeah.
I will say the proper way for someone who's actually half decent.
Yeah, theoretically says, I'm German, Jewish from mother's side, Lucy. Ah, nice. I am biggest Polish Jewish streamer.
Oh, that's awesome.
And trans, of course.
The biggest Polish Jewish trans
content creator.
Content creator. Yep.
Even though I'm very small, so I'm, biggest micro content creator.
Hmm.
I enjoy your content, Lucy. I go over
Yeah,
there
So
you've
do I.
watched
and
some
lurk.
of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
What
I
have you
go over there
seen?
and lurk and listen. Well, you have a perspective that isn't easy to get. Uh, uh, from me and
Hmm.
Lil talking. Uh,
Yeah.
and you view things through a bit of a different lens, but seem to kind of we're consistent on like how we're viewing them, but you kind of have a different point of view of it, being over there in Europe and spending time in Kiev and all that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I have things to learn from you, so I'm paying attention.
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm hoping maybe through collaboration I can grow an audience.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
no, no, for sure. And everybody in chat out there, go subscribe to
Yeah,
Lucy.
please subscribe and go come to stream later. I'll be doing politics later and stuff.
The
Mm.
the title has the link in it, but
Yeah.
it's also getting ready to roll through chat there. Actually, I don't think that'll work,
Also, I'm
Lil.
starting a thing for
I
Patreon.
got it.
I'll be doing mini history essays on my Patreon.
Oh, it
You'll
did
be
work.
able to access it for $1. The $1 Patreon.
Nice.
Yes,
There
yes,
you
yes.
go. I've got a
Hmm.
Patreon, but I don't ever
You're a
promote it.
historian, right?
Huh?
I am.
Yeah. You specialize in the Nazi Germany, right?
Yep. That's
Yeah,
me.
so you know about the ghettos.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a mini essay on the Warsaw
Oh,
ghetto.
nice. I'll have to check that out.
Especially since I actually grew up near the remaining bits of the wall and a little gate that's there still.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Did you know that Warsaw is especially the terrains where there was the ghetto, a one big cemetery?
Hmm.
There are bodies still under the
Yeah.
pavements, under the streets, buildings, etc. We once went with my mom to this March of the Living. It was called March of the Living. It was this anniversary of people being taken from the Unschlagplatz to the camps. And there was a person that devised this because many people, many victims we don't know their names, we don't know their identities. So, um, a daughter of my mom's friend
Hmm.
thought of this thing that they took ribbons and they just wrote different names so that through that we would return the memory of those people who were nameless. And during that meeting, my mom met before that we were going towards the the plaza from which people were taken to the train, and
Hmm.
we saw that the Pauline Museum. Do you know what the Pauline Museum is in Warsaw?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the museum of the Jewish history in Poland.
Hmm.
They were kind of building a little branch of it, and we were asking what they were building, and the person in charge of the area said, "Yeah, we're building here, but we're not going to be able to build anything underground because there's still bones
Yeah.
here shallow, and so we don't have really permits to build anything."
Yeah.
And
That's just that's standard. Um, Especially in my field, like we very rarely excavate anything because um, one of the traditions is you leave the bones where they are, and so
yeah,
if
but
you
it's
start
not
finding
it's
bones, you
not
just leave it.
really, it's not really just about the bones. It was like
Yeah.
we met a friend of my mom's, and he was like, "Oh yeah, after the war, actually, I kind of just was born after the war, and we lived in this building,
Hmm.
and the new government that was Soviet approved did not really clear out the bodies at all, so
Hmm.
our building was built on top of the old building."
Yeah.
And when we would go out and we would go around the building, we could
Yeah.
smell the stench of the rotting bodies in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's a lot of that. There's one camp that was found that they had built a football pitch over, and like people completely forgot it was there,
Mm.
and they're like, "Oh, well, crap." So yeah, there's been because the thing is, people do not realize how many camps there were. There were hundreds of them, and they
Yeah.
were all over the place.
Yeah. And also, there's the very touchy topic of Polish people's participation in
Yeah,
the the whole thing, which
yeah,
yeah, it's many Polish people are not happy when it's brought up that actually people that collaborated with the Nazis
mm-hmm,
contributed to the deaths of 200,000 people.
mm-hmm, yeah,
So I don't have such qualms.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like, if it's the history, then like you need to teach the history. Like if it makes you look bad, do better. You
Yeah,
know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
we need to be brutally honest about such things, or how Poland approached the topic of Ukrainian people living within the borders of the so-called second Polish Republic. That's a whole topic as well.
Yeah.
Could
Mm-hmm.
be. So
Well,
yeah, we could be having a whole discussion about that. What caused
Mm-hmm.
the rise of the OUN and UPA and so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
Yeah.
Lucy's here trying to challenge my historian here. I'm just joking. I get it.
I. By the way, yeah, I apologize. I am like super tired, so I'm
Well,
gonna.
we're actually gonna land this thing. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up.
Yeah.
We're only a few minutes early.
I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to.
That's no, you're definitely fine. So Lucy, why don't we do it this way? Why don't you tell everybody where to find you, who you are, and all that stuff? And while you're
Yeah,
doing it, I'll post your
I
Lucy.
info
need to
in the
have you on
chat.
my channel.
Yeah, you wanna
Mm-hmm.
also do a collaboration with me?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do that.
Nice. Yes, let's do a history thing,
Yeah, I would love
history
that. That would be
project.
awesome.
So, like, I'm Lucy Haze, biggest Polish Jewish trans political streamer. I do history. I do journalism in Ukraine. I go to Ukraine and report on the situation of the children at war. I report about the kidnapped children by the Russian Federation, about the children rescued from the occupied territories, and on the children that just live through the everyday horrors of war. And I interview families, I interview the children themselves. I started uploading interviews with them on my dedicated channel to that topic.
That's awesome.
So basically I've got three separate channels. One is for gaming and what I call slop reaction to right-wing hacks
Mm-hmm.
and languages, art. I do dabble in art. That's one. The second one is the channel, the network one, when I cover the news, talk about what's happening in the world currently, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is films, when I upload the pre-prepared, pre-edited interviews and documentary style material from my trips to Ukraine, where I focus primarily on the topic of children.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, so Lil has dropped her link in the chat there, and Lucy's link is in the chat as well. And so, if you're not subscribed to
Oh
either
yeah,
one of
someone
those,
asked, did Millennia let her bring the kids back? Yeah, like 7 of them out of, like, you have two numbers. This is important
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people hear this for the first time. There are two types of kidnapped children. There are unaccompanied children, which is the number that is reported on usually. That is 20 to 30,000 uh, that are like confirmed kidnapped unaccompanied children, which means that they did not have a guardian with them at the time of the kidnapping. It does not mean that they're orphans necessarily, or that they do not have any existing guardians. That's important to um, also take note of. And then you have the accompanied children who are de facto kidnapped. For example, we have confirmation that there are well over 1 million children, Ukrainian children, living in the occupied territories. So you have those two separate numbers. One is 20 to 30,000 unaccompanied children kidnapped and russified in Russia. And then you have the children living, over 1 million of them living in the occupied territories.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I think that's an excellent thing to be covering, because it's doesn't get enough coverage of what's going on
Oh, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
children. Yeah. So
And also, there's the problems that children that are in Ukraine that are facing the education gap, the um, psychological problems that come with bombings, losing friends to the bombings, losing family members. It's all
yeah.
very
I mean,
getting, yeah,
you're shaping up to have a whole generation that knows
Yeah.
nothing but war.
yeah. I've
Yeah.
during my one of my recent trips, uh, I did an interview with a small girl that was their building was hit by a drone, yeah, Shahid drone,
Yeah.
and their apartment caught fire, and the girl got burned. She had a few surgeries. So
Yeah. Well, we appreciate your bravery and your passion, Lucy. You're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it up. Um,
Absolutely.
you're
thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome to come hang out with us anytime here.
Absolutely. Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on.
And definitely get with Lil and have that discussion. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully on a day I am not dead tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you
But
very much for having me.
Oh no, the pleasure's ours. Completely. Go ahead, Lil.
I was just gonna say I've what I've got coming up. I've got my usual stuff coming up. Me and Seth have a series coming out next week, which will be awesome. Seth will be here next Thursday, and on the 14th, I will be on Neil's channel for the deconversion stuff, and finally get my atheist card. So, even though I've been an atheist for 20 years.
I didn't know you hadn't been set up to talk to Neil yet. Yeah.
Well, I was, but it was like in June. And
Yeah.
Who's
like
Neil?
things worked around that I was able to.
Neil, the
With that,
604 atheist, and
yeah.
Maki, they do deconversion stories over on Neil's 604 atheist. And it's kind of like Neil gets them all. They've been doing it for a long time, and they, whenever creators join the atheist community, they're pretty quick about jumping on and doing a deconversion story episode with them and an after party. But yeah, everybody ends up making their way to Neil's channel eventually. But yeah, I think because of my newfound mobility, being able to get around places and stuff, I'm working on putting together some. I'm going to go out and talk to some of the locals here and make videos out of it. I think
That would be awesome.
Just to show kind of what we're dealing with here. I've already talked to a few people that have at least said yes for the moment. We we got to get down on making the details and everything, but yeah, that's what I'm working on. Other than that, Politicality Thursday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Anything else?
If you have any
No.
questions for me, then
Yeah. Any questions for Lucy? Anybody? I'll put Lucy's info down there one more time, and like Ambush Apostate said there, we'll have him next week. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But you'll be on with Neil on April 11th? Okay. All right. Neil, the 604 Atheist there. Aunt Jara put it in chat. Thank you. Take care, chat. All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we're going to sign this thing off. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.